If you've been abused at any point in your life, this video is for you. So unfortunately, we live in a world where all kinds of abuse are common. Mental abuse, financial, spiritual, physical, sexual, emotional, you name it. There's all sorts of abuse that occurs in our world, unfortunately. If you're someone who's endured this abuse, the first thing I want you to understand is that you're a survivor, not a victim. Victims die, survivors live. So you can learn to see what happened to you differently so that it doesn't destroy your life or your functioning or invade your thinking or your behavior consciously, subconsciously on a regular basis. So that's the first thing. The second thing is blaming yourself is also a common phenomenon when people have been abused. Not all the time, but plenty of time people blame themselves. It's not correct. It's not appropriate. It's not good for your mental health. And this is something that happened to you when you were young or even when you were an adult. So it's not your fault. But it is something that you might be blaming yourself for. And if that's the case, I just want to offer you a different perspective. First of all, there are ways to get out of that thinking, and it's really important that you do. Because if someone has hurt you, that's not your fault. That's based on the actions of someone else. So that's about them and not you. Now, it feels personal, but it really isn't. Anything anyone else does in or around or to us is about them and whatever's rolling around in their head and heart, and not about us. But it's not uncommon for people to blame themselves nonetheless. They think they asked for it. They think they played some role in it. They think they somehow solicited it or drew it into their realm in some way. And it's all a bunch of BS. But there's a reason that your brain may be doing that. And it's self-protective. So hear me out. When something bad happens to us at the hands of someone else, we are not in control of that in that moment, right? When someone abuses us or does something to us, we're not in control of that in that moment per se. So when we come out of that situation and maybe we blame ourselves for it somehow, some way, we've got it twisted in our minds that somehow it's our fault. That is actually a way of protecting yourself. What you're doing is being abused is a very out of control situation, right? You're not in control of what's happening to you. So in hindsight, when people blame themselves, it's a subconscious way for them to try and gain control over what happened. Because if I am responsible for it, then that feels less overwhelming than if someone perpetrated me. And if I am responsible for it, then maybe I can do something different in the future so I don't ask for it, or maybe I can do something different to overcome it, which that part is true. But I want you to think about it that way. If you're blaming yourself, first of all, you got to knock it off. So I want to help you with that. And there are ways that I can do that. Just reach out and we can start a conversation. But I want you to also kind of cut yourself some slack. Like, this is a self-protective thing that your brain is doing. So you couldn't control what happened at the time, but if you can blame yourself, as twisted as this sounds, if you can blame yourself, that gives you some semblance of perceived control over the situation. So just a different perspective I wanted to share with you guys. Again, if I can help you with the bad things that have happened to you in your life, that's my jam. I love helping people come out of that and move into survivorship versus victimhood. So just reach out and send me a message.